is Dave Rowe, and I teach aerospace engineering and digital electronics. And I just want to thank you so much for giving us this great new space. What's going to make it really super dynamic is, especially with digital electronics, we deal with a lot of on-hand test kits and whatnot. And these slot storage units will work perfect for that. And also with the projects that we do in aerospace, like the gliders and the rockets, they'll fit nicely next door too. And the beauty of it is we have the tables to work on, and if that's not a big enough area, we have the center area out here that we can take the students to go out and work there too, especially if we have projects that generate a little bit more dust, so that we can keep the computers free of dust on their input fans. But it's going to be great. We have our whiteboard, which, believe it or not, even in all this high-tech area, doing calculations on the whiteboard, the students still like to see the hands-on stuff. But we have these nice new smart boards as well that we could show a couple of things. We can show the problems on those while we're actually doing the calculations on the whiteboard. So I'm really happy with the Project Lead the Way layout of the computers, because as good as our students are, from time to time they'll wander, and this makes it really easy to see what everybody's got up and running on their computers.
Hi, I'm Grace.
Hi, I'm Bailey.
Honestly, biggest thing is the tech wing has always kind of felt like it's been a time capsule in Gen, and you would walk through it and it would be like this whole other world. And now it's like it feels like I'm in a movie or something because of just how modern it is and how pretty it is, and that sort of disjointedness. Like, I can't even believe this is the same space.
Being able to see through the windows what other classes are doing, what people are doing in the machine shop. When you walk past, having the display case where you're able to see what the other classes are working on is going to be really impactful. I mean, even when the architecture students are able to put their haunted houses in the display cabinet in the front, you were like, wow, that's really cool. Maybe I want to take architecture. I think it'll influence a newer generation of kids to look into STEM and want to do stuff, being able to actually see what we're working on instead of just word of mouth.
And even just within like the classes themselves, being able to have everything in one space where you can see everything, and that one space not just be like this small classroom. And I just remember specifically when I was taking sim, having it not be all in one room. A lot of the time it felt like there was like the main class, and then there was the people who always sat in like this room with their computers. Like, it didn't feel like one whole thing. And now being able to have like a communal space, that opens up the possibilities to being able to like talk to other, people in other classes, see what they're doing, maybe get help. There's a lot of collaboration opportunity and a lot of opportunity just in general to be able to create like a more unified class.
Hello, I am Chris Mars. I, in addition to teaching SIM with Mr. Nagy, teach the Project Lead the Way capstone course titled EDD, or Engineering Design and Development. EDD is a very unique program in that the students work collaboratively in teams and solve a real-life problem that they come up with on their own choosing. So this space is going to be incredible for the EDD class, because in past years I taught the class in a center classroom, and a lot of the projects would need to go into the wood shop to use wood shop tools. A lot would need to go into the machine shop, which was always 2 rooms away, and it was kind of near impossible for me to kind of supervise, groups of students that were in potentially 3 different rooms. So the setup here is going to allow me to have my students, working with the flexible furniture, moving things around to meet their group. We have big table space to build the projects on, but the thing that I'm most excited about is the proximity to the machine shop on this side, and this side in the center room will have my digital fabrication equipment with the 3D printers and the laser engraver. And the students will then be able to, get to any of these things all within my view. So I'm hoping to ramp the program up and get them more hands-on, especially with the machine shop tools, which in the past has kind of always been, hey, if you really want to learn this, you have to meet me after school to, to get some of these advanced things.
Hi everyone, welcome to Environmental Science. This is one of our beautifully renovated science rooms. We're excited about this room. We're connected to the greenhouse here where we're going to do some plant growing, close proximity to the compost piles, so really going to take off the environmental science program.
We're also in the tech wing, the new tech wing, which is awesome, where we can work collaboratively with the tech department and doing some investigation into looking at alternative energy and design work, cross-curriculum things. So it's kind of nice that we can all be in a centralized location where we could pool our information and make this class and this room as exciting as possible.
Hello, my name is McKenna Zeri, and I am currently a junior. I've taken a lot of tech classes, so all of this is very new to me. And I think the new space will be very nice because there's a lot more storage around for like specialized projects. So people have their own space, and I think that's very nice. And overall, I think everything is a lot more open and a lot tidier, a lot more.
Welcome to one of the new science rooms in the newly renovated tech wing. I'm Mike Tymeson. I'm a physics teacher at Shen here. We're super excited and appreciative of the new space that we're going to be in. Obviously, new technology, tons of storage. These guys are going to talk about some of the other things that this room brings to us.
Hi, I'm Nick, also a physics teacher here at Shen. One of the fantastic parts about this space is our proximity to the tech department. With physics and technology, there's always been an overlap, and in the new standards, engineering's embedded in those standards, so the proximity with the tech department will allow us to collaborate with them, hopefully allow students to draw more connections where it makes sense.
My name is Paul Kondak. I also teach physics here, and I am super excited about this space. I think it's going to be great for a lot of the more complex project-based work that we do. These inquiry-based stuff that needs different sorts of environments, we can rearrange this room on the fly. Very modular. We can build lab space. We can build individual space for any kind of experiment we're trying to do. Very excited.
Welcome. My name is Terry Nagy. I'm one of the technology teachers here in High School East in our new facility. I am standing in room 136 right now, and in this room we are going to teach computer integrated manufacturing, SIM, and I also teach automation and robotics. And if we take a quick tour around the room, we'll talk about how the room is going to be set up. Right now, these tables are spaced according to COVID. When we are allowed to work closer together, they will be grouped differently, and they have the flexibility to be moved around as necessary. Everything is on wheels. For a lot of time, they'll be facing somewhat towards the front of the room, towards our monitor. But like I said, we have lots of flexibility. Over next to the sink in these windows, we'll have lots of storage for parts of pieces of a building set. We use a lot in sim class and robotics. And then towards the back of the room, we have some benches set up here, where this will be a work area for sim students to come and work during class to build and program models that they are making. And then in the evening, we share this room with Team 20 First Robotics, and they can use this surface as well. In the back here, there'll be storage for Team 20 to store articles, and we will have some storage underneath for student projects, because we will have up to about 40 of those in class at one given time. Over in the corner here, we will have storage for our VEX components, which we use in automation and robotics and sim class, as well as aerospace engineering. Those will be stored there. And over next to the window, we will have student projects here, as well as areas for students to work during the day to solve problems. Some of the machines we use in sim class and automation and robotics are found right through the door here in our machine shop. So we will have students coming in and out of here to utilize tools and equipment that will be right located in this room, as well as equipment located in this center room where we will have some lined up against the wall here that students will be accessing during class. So these doors will typically be open and have students coming in and out of them during many parts of the school year. And that's how we envision the room being set up.